Okay, hopefully everything is working correctly. I moved last week back to the apartment. Hello. So, has anyone ever tried to make like a game out of hurting these roaches? And seen how many they could keep on screen at once? Like, is there a maximum number? I'm really curious. Seems like some people might really enjoy doing this as a video game. Anyway, today's first thing to do is Copycat Contest Compilation by Pinwheelder. 7 entries, each of which contains 7 puzzle rooms, each of which was designed based on a description common to all participants. Implementation, however, varies widely, thanks to Boy Blue, Doom, Jacob, Larry Merc, Rab, and Techant for permission to include your respective entries, and all the more for Jacob and Doom who helped in testing. Hopefully my voice is audible enough. I can turn it up if not. Go ahead, pick an entry. All participants. Of course, it is a contest compilation. Deep Dark Hole, apostrophe. Wait, is that? I guess there's apostrophes on each side, by Techant. Rated 6.125 out of 10. Welcome to the Deep Dark Hold. Alright, I'll try. Let's see. Oh, this doesn't go up past +30. I don't know what other... I could reduce desktop audio on Twitch a little bit, and then you'd have to turn it up on your end to hear it louder. Because the thing I've been using usually to amplify my voice when people say it was too quiet is maxed out already. Oh well. So hey, there's a goblin. There's a goblin here. I'm gonna kill it. Because I don't like goblins. Ah, well. I don't know what else to change on my end. Maybe I should just talk louder? I don't know if I can, but I could try anyway. Let's see, I think I can kill the snake and the goblin together if I do a certain thing with this spot right here, and with not getting killed by the goblin on the way to doing it. Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to be quiet, and I don't know why it gets progressively worse over time, or seems to. I mean, it shouldn't. There we go, no more goblin, and now here's a place to kill the snake. Ta-da! Well, that was easy. I wonder what the common description was, anyway. Oh well. Finish this room. Now here's some switcher tokens, and I got 13th place, and that's a beta hold there. Why do I care about these switcher tokens? I honestly don't know. There's at least one of each kind of mother anyway, so it doesn't really matter as far as I can tell. I just need to kill the mothers and then leftover babies, right? Simple enough. Ah, the mud mother might be trouble to kill, but like not all that much trouble. I mean, look, I'm already there. There's one eye gone. I have a little bit of clearing to do later, but I'm just not sure I understand the point of this room. And no more gel mothers. Hooray. Need to get a vulnerable spot here, so I'll just let it grow. Simple enough. And that did it. Now I just need to kill the rest of the babies around. Insert statement about things you wouldn't say here. Things you wouldn't want out of context, I mean. I just don't necessarily understand what the deal is with this room yet. I'm sure there's something to the way you exit, but, I mean, it doesn't seem like it really matters which kind of mother, what token I step on at the beginning. I'm just gonna have a bunch of tar and mud and gel all over the place regardless. So let's see. This opens that door. This tunnel goes to that tunnel, which I can easily reach. Why do these things exist? I have no idea. Here's a place where there's a trapdoor, and a tar stuff gate, but why would I need to go through there? I don't see why I would need to go through there. It looks like my path to the exit is already clear. I just go here, and I'm done. What was the point of all that mess? Why are these here? Yeah, maybe I'll take a look. Here are some decoy potions I can't reach for some reason. And a force arrow. Here I can blow up a bomb if I want to. There's like 3 separate rooms here, I guess. So this one, I don't know, something about dropping some trapdoors, maybe with a mimic? Okay. Well, I'm not sure why I care about that being toggled or not. I mean, it's essentially I have to do exactly the same thing anyway. I don't know if there's some way I could have avoided hitting that button, but I doubt it. I mean, I needed to get access to that mimic potion, right? That can happen sometimes. So there's different potions inside the table cage than there are available here. But I don't really know why. I mean, my goal here is just to kill the goblin, right? I don't know, I would call this instructions contest or something like that. It's not really about being a copycat so much as it is about following instructions based on the description I saw. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong though. It's just weird to me that there's this big thing with the doors, but actually it's just a really exceptionally standard kind of trapdoor puzzle over here. I don't know, I guess maybe I'm not supposed to do this first, because there's a thing with a trapdoor gate down here. What's the point of all this mess? I guess I can have a clone. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna go see what happens when I take the clone potion for now. I mean, I can probably do that without messing it up. I really don't want to have to redo the entire mimic maze. just because I didn't notice that. I may have to, though. Yeah, okay. There's a thing I can do, I guess. Why did I care about that? I don't know. Well, that opens the way out to the southeast. And then I can also do this. For some reason. Is this something where I'm supposed to use different potions than it looks like you're supposed to use, or something? It seems like I would need to put... Okay, hang on. Obviously I can't use a decoy for the top one, nor for this one, so maybe there's some magical way I could use a decoy for the south one. I would need to somehow just... Yeah, no, I don't see any way I could possibly hope to use the decoy for that. Either. I'd need some magical way to bring the roaches all the way down through that path and up here onto the hot tile. Or something like that. Why can't the decoy stab both? Oh yeah, okay, I wasn't thinking very well. Let's see. That's a good restore point. Yeah, I didn't think about that for some reason. It is kind of obvious, though. I need to put the sword in there in the right way, though. Although it's problematic to try and get the snake to actually go... Well, no, he's gonna land with his head in there instead. That won't help. So I need to face this way instead. And that did it. Okay. This is just a weird room overall, isn't it? Maybe you're actually supposed to pick different things somehow, and it's a more interesting puzzle that way, but I mean, that worked. Here's a bunch of hot tiles, and I don't know if there's some way I could face to be able to actually kill all of these guys. That's not it. Maybe this way? Yeah, I think maybe I can kill most of them facing this way. It's just going to be a pain to go west at all. Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's why I can't turn. Hot tiles. Everybody's favorite. Okay, that's kind of a problem. If I got there faster, it might not be a problem. I can't do that any faster. I can't do that any faster. Although maybe I'm doing it faster and not even realizing, but... Here's another thing I can't do faster. No, I'm pretty much always going to have the wrong number of guys there to do this while facing this way. But it does seem like northwest is the way I have to face. This requires me to be facing west something, and that requires me to be facing north something, so northwest is really my only choice for this room. So maybe I'm just doing it in the wrong order? Although I don't really see how I could possibly survive a trip to the west that doesn't take me up north first. I mean east, not west. You know what I mean. I don't really see any way to survive a trip east that doesn't take me north first because of those guys being spawned there. That won't work. I can't go up here because there's always going to be some guy in the way too soon. Anyway, going up there doesn't help. I can rush it a little bit and ignore those two, but then I'm still in trouble here. It's still too late. There's no way to be fast enough to do this. But like, which one? There's no other way. By the time I get up here, it's already too late to do anything about the one to the east. And if I go after the north one, it doesn't really matter. Does it? Eh. Yeah, maybe. This seems like I might be able to do it. At least insofar as killing that, but then I still have this problem. I don't see this problem going away. Although I guess I can sort of push them around. Yeah, that sort of works. Takes forever and lets the other nest spawn a billion things, but... I seem to be stuck here forever. There's certainly no way I can attack the things to the south of me without getting south. I guess I could try going back up around to the north. But then I'm stuck in an entirely different way. This room is kind of a headache. The first few rooms didn't make any sense to me, but they were solvable. Okay, that's just that was a goblin and a snake, and it was really easy. This was here, pick a switcher token, but it doesn't matter which one you pick, and this area is completely irrelevant. And then this was, here's 3 things that you use a potion to go and do, and it was really easy to do the potion for all 3 of those. So my observation so far is that you have to be facing northwest. West to hit that one, north to hit that one. You have to make it to that one before it spawns. You have to basically be on your way to that one before it spawns enough to block you. Which more or less requires you to do something like this. And then to get rid of the rest of those, I'll have to kind of jiggle around forever. I guess I may as well not waste my time doing that right now. But now I don't know how to get back to the south. There's absolutely no way to survive going back to the south, as far as I can tell. 5 square water area. Which one? That? I don't really know how I could use that. There's always another one coming for me before I can make it south again from there. If I go up here, then it looks like trying to lure one... hold on. I can... First of all, it's a giant pain just to get over here without one stuck in that corner. And secondly, by the time I get one in there and kill it, there's already another guy waiting for me, and if I try to go south, there's this giant pile from that corner still there, which I've been trying to thin out, but it doesn't seem like it's ever going to be enough. Oh well. That's probably enough of this entry to see. I'm gonna... It's not the button I wanted. I'm going to at least look at another entry or two. So let's see. Yeah, sorry, that's just too much of a pain. So here's the level by Doom, rated at 7.875 out of 10, apparently. Different, yet strangely familiar. Okay. Cutscene. Alright. Well, that was weird. That was a weird way to open. Alright, so is there any reason I don't want those to wake up? There's some reason I care if those guys wake up? I'm not under the impression there is. There's still always a way I can kill the snake later. And I certainly don't need the goblin to kill the snake. So what's this button do? Okay. I can't get rid of that. Or can I? I'd need to somehow get in there and not be dead. Alright, I guess I do need the goblin for that. Alright. Let's see, I've goblin stowed before. Maybe I can stow him in here. Sort of. What's this button do? Oh, I probably need that. Let's try. Perfect timing. And then we want to kind of store him in here, maybe. It'd be nice if I don't have to deal with these eyes, because they're not important at all. Oops. Help if I don't stand on ore mines at an inopportune time. Okay, there. That should just about set him up to be stowed, maybe. Maybe not. Where do I want him to be? I want to go hit the east orb, I think, which does that. Do I want to hit that? I guess I want to re-hit the west orb so that he can be... I don't know. Best looking place to store a goblin is this area with the cracked walls over here. Like that. He's still going to move around though. It's not a very good place in general. This is Doom's entry, so I can expect difficulty, I think. I think it's reasonable to expect this to be hard. The version of this room, which is similar to the other one, the version of this room I saw in TechAnt's entry was literally nothing. You could kill the goblin on a hot tile and then just drop a couple of trapdoors to make a snake killing trap. This seems much harder. Maybe I needed those eyes to make a proper place to stow the goblin. Or at least one or two of those eyes. Maybe that's my problem. Let's try. Perfect timing. Yeah, maybe I can stow him in here? Kinda? Maybe? No. No. Okay. Well, you're useless then. I'll have an extra tile of space to store him in if I only kill that eye and not the other one. Well, that eye doesn't matter, so I can kill it freely. Okay. I can't turn my sword in a way that would be good. Hi, Insoluble. This is Copycat Competition and Doom's entry therein. And I don't know what I'm doing. Not really. I guess if I could walk in there myself, it might help somehow. But then this eye would see me unless I were to go get rid of that mirror somehow, which I don't think we can. That kinda works, but then I'm stuck here. If I could push him all the way in after breaking that wall, I'd be okay, I think. I guess I could just... I don't know. Oh yeah, this is... If I do this, then I have enough space to just go hit that. And maybe I can make use of that. Store the goblin inside of that far of a corridor. I can only make it a few steps south that way, and it's not nearly enough. So what I think I want to do is put the goblin in here to make enough space that I can kill the snake and then make my way out. But... oh, cutscene. What is up with that cutscene anyway? Whatever. So I can do this easy enough. But after that I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what relevance these eyes are supposed to have because they don't seem to have any. They're not useful for storing the goblin or anything like that. I guess I can go over here and push this button if I want to. Why would I want to push that button, though? That doesn't seem useful at all. It just opens a door that doesn't help me. Does it? I guess if I could stick the goblin on that lower corner down here... Move you back into this hole. Go east, go north, and he's in that corner, kind of. So that gives me some space to do this, which I need to eventually. I tried doing something like that, but it didn't really work. The goblin still escaped very quickly, like too quickly to be useful to me. Well, what if I go push the other orb now, again? Now that there's another way in, and I don't screw up pushing that orb like an idiot. That would be good. This is what you have to do. Every move has to count. Okay, and then I can't really get the goblin to go ahead of me, but I can get him behind me enough to manage the situation. And now I can push him into the snake pit, which is what I wanted the entire time, so that's good. Just let him kill the snake however he feels like it. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably good enough. Just need to get everything in the right position. I probably had opportunity to make this go a lot more smoothly, but there we go. No more snake, no more goblin. Open the door, get on the floor. And I solved a room Doom made. I just need to hit orbs a couple more times. Alright. 17th place. Here's a room with 3 tokens that can switch things. There's some tar over there. I'm guessing the specification for this room was something like make a room where the player needs to choose between the 3 tokens. The 3 tar switcher tokens. I wonder what I'm actually trying to accomplish here. I guess I need to go in there and kill the mother. So it would be nice if I opened this door but didn't close it again. And that's tar stuff gates, so I don't want to destroy all of the tar stuff. If I let the mother grow, then she will put a guy here which I can't reach. So I need her to be gel first, probably, maybe. I'm gonna try making her gel first and see what happens. I can hit this orb to get another switch, which is going to be good. I'm going to need to do something like that, because if I don't, then I won't be able to kill the mother at all. I should probably make it mud, so that I can actually kill it. And then I need to be out of her range. And... oh, I see. There's more to this now. I have to get rid of all the tar stuff in such a way that I kill the last of it after exiting from where the mother is. So I need a way to kill this tar stuff here, which I can't do if it's mud. So that's not right. If I walk through here, then I close that door again. And I close this door, so I can only walk through here once. Which means I can't really... I can only let her grow once, and she can't hit that. She can't affect that. So if I make it tar, then I can destroy this, but not that. And if I make it mud, then I can destroy that, but not this. If it were gel, then I wouldn't be able to destroy that. And also I wouldn't be able to destroy this, so that can't be right. I think we have a trilemma here. This... Huh. Oh, hold on, look at that. Okay. Then I need to... they're right here. They're under force arrows. But I think I got it, actually. That button opens this door. So I can do this twice if I need to, and I need to. I just need to be able to cut that as mud. So now... Oh. Okay, there's still a complication at work here, but... So... when I push this, I can either go that way, or I can go this way and then that way. So what do I want to do first? Huh. If I run straight up here, then I can destroy enough of the tar to make it cuttable as mud, but I need to be able to switch twice to make use of that fact. Or... I could... I think I found a way I can cut it just once. I mean, not cut it, switch it just once. So that's as much as I really need right now. I can't destroy that whole blob, but if I expend this to make it mud... Oh wait, I can't do that. I need to make it gel. Gah. Wait, no I don't. Sorry, I'm forgetting my own ideas like 2 seconds after having them. So let's see, don't want that to happen. No, it's mud, but I can use that to make it not grow in an inconvenient way. And then I can just wait here. Okay. There's still a problem because I can't actually do anything to make the mother see me unless I walk in there. Also, I can't walk in there unless she does that. There's these broken walls here, which would be great if I could reach them without having already destroyed some tar stuff. Is there some way I could do this without ever bothering to take the invisibility potion? Well, no. I have to take the potion because that's what opens the doors. Maybe there's some way I could go up there first. And... no, wait. Well, I have no idea. This is just blocked at every turn, as far as I can tell. Let me try and run through all the logic again. When I step on this, it opens these doors. I can either go through here, in which case I close off going through here again, or go through there. If I go through here, then I have to switch something, and I need the mother to be gel sometime when I'm close to the brain. But if I make the mother gel, then I have to turn her back into tar or mud to be able to destroy this blob. And I have to destroy this blob last because there are gates here that say, note, that say there's still tar stuff. A gate here that says, oh, hold on a minute. Who said I needed to kill the brain before? I was never even meaning to kill the brain before killing the mother. So this gate is completely irrelevant, if I'm thinking correctly. Am I thinking correctly? Let's see. So if that gate is irrelevant, then I can probably do that. Uh-oh, I don't want that. Okay, there's no way to fully cut that in this situation, but I mean, just do this, open that, let her grow, then make some mud. And since it's mud, destroy that. Oh, dang it. There's a green door here. Never mind. I was thinking if I don't kill the brain before going in, I can come out through this open gate and kill the brain. But that doesn't work because there's a closed gate here, and I just went blind to it for a moment. Ugh. So, I have to win the room in here by killing the mother, basically. The mother can't be gel when I'm in there, but the mother has to be gel for one growth cycle, or else I have to turn the mother into mud and then something else. Let's see. I've probably already tried what I'm about to do, but I'm running with it anyway for no good reason. Right, that won't work. Now the whole problem is the way things are hooked up. Well, this gate closes that, so if I let her grow onto that, then it's bad. But mainly, if the mother's gel, there's no way to kill this. When I... maybe I can destroy all of that when it's tar? I was thinking I needed this to be to eventually be blood. But also, if I've got gel, I have to kill this blob last. And killing that blob is impossible if it's gel without it having grown, but the whole point is I can't let this blob grow. That's why it has to be gel at some point. The mother has to grow as a gel mother, or else this will grow and produce a baby. And I can't kill that baby. And then if the mother is not gel, if the mother is still gel when I enter this room, then I can't destroy this blob, but I have to destroy this blob last. If I had unlimited uses of tokens, or just a few more uses of tokens, I could make it mud and destroy just the portion of it that's trouble, and then like maybe make the mother grow in such a way that I could kill it as gel, maybe? Maybe not. I'd have to sort of shift it over to the left a little bit or something. Okay, well, I solved one room made by Doom. Let's see if I can solve this. What's this? This has a bunch of potions and fuses, and there's no Ankh-lich in sight to light the fuses, so I don't know. That doesn't light that. Oh, this lights that. Okay. Here's something with a bunch of fuses that light fuses. And when you go to light the fuse, then you open the door, and these all close each other. This taking this decoy potion closes off that mimic potion, taking this Mimic Potion closes off that Decoy Potion. Taking this potion doesn't close off anything, but this... No, wait. This closes that. This closes that. Okay, it's just kind of a cycle. It's just this way a cycle. Also, this closes all the doors, so I probably shouldn't step on this until I'm through with whatever else I'm supposed to be doing. The bombs and the mimics and decoys are my ways to kill these things. If these guys could see something, I could kill them with this bomb, because they would automatically move toward me. We don't want this guy to go south, because then he's unkillable. We need this guy to go west and or just die. What a mess. The seep is in a wall. That seep's in a wall, so I have to put a clone or a mimic here or there. And probably a clone is my only option if I were to put him... Sorry. A mimic is my only option if I were to put him in this section, because he has to explode afterward. Or like, I guess I could choose not to take this. This is just a knot. K-N-O-T. That room is a knot, and I'm not really prepared mentally to attempt to untangle it right now. Oh, good. 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 There's another of these, except Doom made this one. This is wonderful. I'm definitely going to solve this room. If you weren't here before, I gave up on the room that was equivalent to this in TechAnt's entry because it was just a nightmare. Okay, I get the tenor of this. I managed to solve one room in this entry, and I feel like that's an accomplishment of it in and of itself. I mean, it was a cool mess, but it was a mess, right? Or did you mean... This was a cool mess, but it's a mess. I need to, like, draw a chart for myself to figure out what it is I even need to do in this room at all. This room, it looks impossible. It just does. And this is a mess. This is just a mess. I don't know what even to do. Oh yeah, okay. Well, anyway, I'm inclined to just say... Should I look at more entries from this competition? I mean, I feel like I've seen probably enough of it, even though it was only 2 of like 6 entries. I've been at this for like 45 minutes. I have a clue as to what's going on here. Like, there's some description that tells you what each of the rooms is supposed to look like. Like, this one probably says something about Ormites, a goblin, and a snake. Anyway, I'm inclined to just move forward for right now. Yeah, I mean, I would need to make myself a diagram for that. And I don't feel like drawing a diagram on stream or just in general usually. Okay. Here's Count Themes Dungeon by Tom. Count Themes Dungeon with levels that get harder as you get deeper. Like... no other hold in the universe ever gets harder as you get deeper. Anyway, Count Themes Dungeon has this map art thing going on here, with some red things just to do things. Introduction to Count Themes Dungeon. Okay, where's the introduction? You can't just say put introduction here and not actually put an introduction there first. Oh well, apparently this is 2.0. That's really important to understand. I'm so glad to see that Count Theme is almost as OCD as I am about needing to attach an orb to everything. Except not quite, because I would put something that was attached to the word dungeon as well. Anyway. Tokyo Kid. Tokyo Kid? Alright. And then I have to go... oh, never mind. Exit level. Well, that was an introduction. Beethro was walking nowhere in particular when he realized he was thirsty. This is called the stand. Cool, there's a stand right there. I'm gonna ignore the stand and go west. No, okay. You're facing the wrong way, sir. Hello, sire, you look like a thirsty person. Well, I am. Give me something. Here's our specialty energy drink for free. Gee, thanks. I feel kinda dizzy. Go down those stairs and you'll be okay. Whatever you say. Why would you believe him about that? Oh well. Apparently I'm supposed to be dizzy, so I'm just gonna play the part. Beethro woke up in a forest clearing. That's not downstairs. Oh well, we were in courtyard. Maybe I shouldn't have bought that energy drink back there. You didn't buy it, it was free. But I was thirsty, I still feel dizzy. The hold artist would like to thank the following testers. Hikari, Kevin P86, BB Wing, Jason Eslow, Pilchard BIII, Nikus, J. John 7418, Dolan 42, Elfstone Bomber 50, J. Blue Stein, and the HA. Thanks a lot, good. Also, that says TO7? TC7? I'm not sure what that says. That drink must have been drugged, or something. Yeah, sure. Gonna blow up some roaches now. That was easy. What do we have here? Looks like the guard's been drugged too. If you say so. Wraithwings! Wraithwings! Wraithwings? Wraithwings. Sometimes you make your own fun. I'm not even sure if it was clear what I was doing there. A 61st place tie. Here's a room with some roach queens. Hey, a broken wall. Where's this go? Oh, look, it kills the roach queens for me, kind of. Well, it kills one of them anyway. Where else does it go? Anywhere else? Anywhere else? Okay. Oh, I can't reach that queen without taking this passage. Okay, I'm glad I took this passage then. Okay. Yeah, a too wide corridor is not a very threatening place to put a roach horde, honestly. I should probably lock the room, though, just so I don't accidentally step outside and have to go through that broken wall passage all over again. That would be unpleasant, or at least mildly annoying. There's another broken wall passage on the east side that leads to that queen, probably. These roaches got stuck behind a bush, and they don't know what's going on with their friends or anything. Oh hey, I don't have to actually go through a long passage, it's just right here. I'm glad I didn't try to go through a long passage, but I am curious what's over on the east now. I can safely leave the room, so I will probably soon. Oh, okay. There's a bush blocking my way there. That's good to know. 84th place, because I bothered with that other broken wall passage, probably. Eyes! Some courtyard they have here. Yeah, I can just sort of do that some of the time, at least. Well, that was easy. And these are not enough rock golems to actually be a problem. to anyone in this kind of hallway. You could have maybe made more rock golems and actually had a puzzle, but you decided not to for some reason. I don't know why you decided not to. You have this wonderful conceit of 3 wide passageways with some stuff in the way, but you don't use it usefully. You don't use it interestingly. You have a room with rock golems, and you don't even make an interesting pile stacking puzzle out of it, with this conceit of having 3 wide corridors with even more stuff in the way. I don't understand. Looks like some sort of complex. Beethro stumbled up the stairs into the building. It's the lobby. It's by Tom. Welcome to Count Theme's Estates. Yeah, whatever, but how did I end up in a forest? We drugged the energy drink. We carried you to the forest. What? Oh wait, I haven't been using this guy's correct voice. Welcome to Count Theme's Estates. Yeah, whatever, but how did I end up in a forest? We drugged the energy drink. We carried you to the forest. What? So why am I here? So you can clean the Count's dungeon. You see, about a year ago, a mysterious person arrived at the Count's estate. He came bearing roaches, goblins, spiders, snakes, and all that other stuff. He's hiding somewhere down there, probably way at the bottom. We have sent countless delvers down, but none have made it past the 3rd floor. So we got you. How many Greckles? How about 20 million? That'll do it. Great, start to the north. Honestly, you didn't need to drug his energy drink. You could have just, offered Beethro 20 million Greckles from the start, instead of drugging him. You're an idiot, is what I'm trying to say. Count Theme, or whoever's voice I was just doing is kind of dumb. This room is hard. Not necessarily a great puzzle kind of hard, but it's difficult to start, I'll say that much. It's like you have to start it just right, and then it's probably just like a breeze. Like, what are you even... Why was I worried? That kind of... that won't work. Maybe I should start on the other side of the room. Yeah, that's the right way to do it, probably. At least initially. Yeah, I mean, Beethro's Awakening has realistic amounts, like 100 or so, because it's based on Link's Awakening, sort of. Okay, so starting on the far east and going over there doesn't work very well, because you have these diagonals to deal with. But it seems like it's helpful still, kind of. The problem is those guys coming in from the north, otherwise I could just stand here all day. Maybe I could duck to the east a little more. Middle would be safer if I could survive there to begin with. So yeah, like, if I start in the middle, then I'm completely surrounded in the beginning. And there's no real way to not be surrounded anymore. There's too many guys to just backswipe the other way, it feels like. So my best bet seems to be to take one side and not go too far to the east, but I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe I'll see what's to the east instead. I mean, he told me to go north, so never mind, that's not a thing. Yeah, okay. So, this room is difficult, but you could literally make this room in 2 seconds in the editor. Like, you just do things like make a diagonal line of mud babies and then just make a mud block like that. And that's it, you have your room. And it's like, it feels like its difficulty is purely accidental, which I guess isn't horrible. I mean, that's practically how I make my harder rooms, is I say, let's try putting these things together and see how it is. And I come up with some, and oftentimes I'll discover the puzzle in the process of trying out solutions to what I see. And then sometimes I feel the need to tweak it to make it easier or harder. But like this is, there's no tweaking here, there doesn't feel like there's a lot of care to it. I assume it's solvable because it is a Journey to Rooted Hold, which must be after HA. In fact, he mentioned HA in his in the credits. That is this one. This one is the one that mentioned HA in the credits, right? I'm not just blurring my thoughts together, am I? At any rate. But yeah, this feels like lazy difficulty. Although I do wish I wasn't so incompetent at solving it. Like, if I could show that this is actually really... I guess at some point I was hoping to be like, oh yeah, see, it's easy, you just know how to start and then you're good. But I haven't actually reached that point, and it's concerning, because this really shouldn't be that hard of a room, considering how easy it would be to make a room identical to it. Like, it doesn't really require much thought to do this, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. If it were tar, then I could cut my way into the tar in the middle, for example, and make a wall around myself. And then I'd be good, but that won't work here. I just really like to actually do something here. I mean, this is like the first room in the Hold's actual holdness. I mean, it's hard, but it's not good hard. It sure isn't good hard. Maybe I do have to do something with the mud. Like, is there any way to carve out a path in the mud so that I have a safe spot from the east? I don't really see how I could do that, though. I can almost do that, but not quite. There's just not enough space to do anything. I can survive going a little bit north, but then these guys are directly in my way immediately. And now I'm in the same kind of situation. Oh, maybe... Oh, good idea, good idea. Run to the north, okay. We did it. Thank you, Many-Handed. You've basically solved this whole room. With one action. And now it's trivial. So yeah. It just feels like that's what this room is. This room is just one lucky guess away from being trivial. And then it is trivial once you've done that guess. You just need a little bit of horde management thought, I think. Not really a whole lot. Here's a pyramid of roach queens or something. If I start out on the west side, then maybe not as many of them will run away from me. And it'll still be dead easy, stupid easy, dead. Some combination of words like that. I can do this cool looking diagonal kill pattern because I don't know I can. There's no real point to that though. This is undoubtedly the best way to handle this situation right here. Or at least one of the best, anyway. I mean, this room is kind of silly. Most of the queens just sort of trap themselves right away. And the two queens that don't trap themselves are still rather easy to deal with. They don't really go anywhere tricky, and there's not really anything you need to prevent them from doing. This room is more on par with what I was expecting difficulty-wise from the previous room. Oh, okay, a tar maze, a trapdoor maze, hooray! It's a trapdoor maze. Go around on the trapdoors and then it's a maze. There's spiders, that's why there's a green door that's up. I quit this hold I quit. Let's just move on. Crazy Cave by Stu. Vithro took a walk in the park and fell through a trapdoor to discover a breathtaking cave. Since when was it possible to fall through a trapdoor? Last I checked, they always fall behind you. Well, I guess I should get out of here, Vithro said as he pulled out his sword. Are you sure you didn't mean Vithro fell onto a trapdoor? Because he's currently standing on a trapdoor. Oh well, here's a bunch of broken walls. Yep, it's over here. Trapdoor that's actually a trap. 2 goblins down, 1 to go. The goblins are just delay tactics so the queens can spawn, right? But I'm still way ahead of you because this is not a hard puzzle. Okay. More goblins. They like to get stuck over each other. They like to get stuck on each other though, so it's not that hard. Come on. There we go. Trapped a goblin with a roach egg. Has anyone made a puzzle where the solution is to trap a goblin with a roach egg so it doesn't move for a moment? It seems like it'd be a pretty cool puzzle. Or a pretty cool solution to have to find, I mean, if you don't already know about it. And even if you do already know about it, like, the execution could be interesting. Like, you have to time the 30th turn just so that the goblin doesn't get goblins in the right place, and he gets trapped just the right way. It requires some thought, probably, to make it actually necessary to trap him behind an egg, and not possible to just trap him in some roaches or something. Once you have roaches and queens available, you can always try to trap a goblin inside of those, after all. Bye, Insoluble. Thank you for watching for a while. Okay, well that was clear. I don't know if I actually needed to do that or not, but I cleared this room, so let's move on. 42nd place. Here's a place with Wraithwings. I'm getting deja vu. But we're not playing that dun 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 song again, so I can't like time my moves to that anymore. And I forgot to lock the room. I should probably lock the room in cases like this. Probably. Come on, quit being cowards, Wraithlings. Get over here. Come on. Really? You're just too dumb to follow me. Okay. I'll just be doing this then. Okay. This is so awkward. There's just so many walls that are broken. This isn't broken walls as puzzle, this is broken walls as obstruction to puzzle thinking. Is that behind an arrow or anything? No? Okay. And now to clear out some tar. Very standard tar destruction bit. There we go, I cleared the room. I don't actually know if I need to clear all the rooms, but I cleared that one. Here's a mimic. Hey, would you mind helping me kill these roach queens? Thanks, man. Don't do that, though. That's a bad idea. How about this? We might have something resembling a legitimate horde room in our hands. Except that I've already kind of mostly solved it, sort of. Oops, I did not want to kill my buddy. Still has more things to kill, he does. And now he's on an arrow. Bye. You know, talk about lazy puzzles and then you see something like this. And I guess this is just how it was in the early days. Not really a lot of thought put into it. Why can't I go west there? Oh. Really not a lot of thought put into stuff sometimes. Okay. I guess I'll see. What was this again? More goblins and things. There's a scroll over there. Maybe I'll see if I can get to that scroll. It sounds like an objective of some sort. Okay. What do you have to say? Get out of this cave. It will crumble apart. Yeah, okay. Sure. That's a set of statements. It had a warning, but a really dumb warning that's not helpful or meaningful in any way. I guess it's effectively empty, though. How do I think I've messed myself up somewhere along the way. No? No, maybe I need to cut this tar stuff differently, like that maybe, and then go kill the goblin. Don't do that. Okay, now I can move on. Like, hey, I totally wasn't already trying to leave the cave from the very beginning of this hold, from the establishing text that told me what Beethro's current goal is, that it's supposed to be my goal that I identified with, wanting out of this cave. It's like a really uninteresting kind of attempt at a puzzles. I bet some of this is on walls or something. Maybe not. Okay. Here's a bunch of, here's what might be a door puzzle with more roaches in it. Okay. Yeah. Alright. This just opens all the doors. So if I hit this first to open that door and kill the first row or so of roaches, that's basically it, right? Or I guess I should be smarter and pick the one farther back or something. And then, I don't know, this one. Oops, I didn't jiggle them enough. Yeah, there we go. That should be good enough. Boom. I wonder if that scroll is going to tell me to leave again. Like I wasn't already trying to leave. You know you didn't have to go through that door maze, didn't you? Door maze? I'm assuming you're talking about the door puzzle. There was no puzzle, it was just open the doors to kill the roaches and then push this button. So I'm guessing that's what it's telling me I was supposed to know. In which case, thanks, I already knew that. I'm dropping you down the whole scroll as to express my appreciation. Anyway, I'm guessing all that work was to get back over here where I can destroy this brain, kill a billion wraithwings and roaches and things just by standing here and doing this for a while. Wraithwings are not following me. They should be following me, but they're not. Alright, down to one Wraithwing, and let's see if I can just get him in a bad position and kill him off too. Because I'd really like to be rid of Wraithwing before whatever. He won't attack me anyway, so I can just pull him against a wall after he's unbrained, right? Anyway, so I guess this is kind of the boss of the level, because you see this on your way in, and then you see it again on your way out. So it's kind of like, yeah, you did all that work to get to this boss fight, so here's a boss fight with just like a bunch of roaches. Like you haven't been fighting just a bunch of roaches this entire time. And then just stab him against a wall. Yeah. Well, that's some tar. Let's just do another hole, shall we? The Crypt of the Ages v1.12. Someone has told you that the temple commemorating his ancestors has been defiled by monsters. The mysterious man asks you to clean it up for him with a little giggle. You don't generally want to trust somebody who giggles after saying that their temple was desecrated by monsters. You might find it a bit well protected, said the contractor. Period. Great, said Beethro. It's the gates. It's by Gareth. Let's see what happens. Welcome to this short level built by me, the mysterious level maker, although you might guess my name later on. You can edit it how you want, and I made it so that you can add more levels if you want, or make it harder. Okay. I'm only beginner at Drod, so it might seem uncharacteristically easy, at least for this level, which was made by someone who's never played Drod before. That is my favorite thing to hear as I'm entering a hole. Yes. If you like it, thanks. In all seriousness, I'm curious what this first outing is like. You are now entering the crypt of all that is decent and good in the world, so that's where it went. Where it didn't go somewhere if it died. Loud noises. Okay. Here lies a kind deed. So was it that guy's ancestors, or... I'm confused. Anyway, what did that say? Make sure you want to enter before going in. Why would I not want to enter? It's the only way to go. What kind of hint is that? Was that like supposed to be a spooky warning sign or something? It's both place tie. So what's over here? Stupid, gullible, I don't know, a trusting friendship or something? I wonder what happens if I stepped on these stairs. Would it in the hold? Probably in the hold. Remember when I found stairs that were not supposed to be accessible, but they were, and they ended the hold? Last chance to turn back. Yeah, let's see what happens. 1 death. Ew, now it's by Michael. That was by a different person last level. You can see some names, but there's something strange about this place. Some names? I mean, I guess that makes... To the resting place of Guy Incognito. Well, I can't get there, so I guess that's pointless. What's this lead to? To the resting place of Michael Bowlton. Maybe. Yikes! Cave in, Beethro shouted just as a large rock missed him. I'll have to come back later. I will. Will I have to come back later? I guess there's pits here. That's not really a cave-in, that's just pits. But I've had enough of rooms with wraithwings and roach queens and a brain. To get to the body of Jaunty Hall. An ambush! Someone is after you. What, that snake? That snake's not after me. That snake is after dead. So... these stairs are one option, or I can go here, to the gates. Okay, it just leads back. I shouldn't have done that. Let's try and restore. Yeah, this is good enough. I can just re-clear this nonsense, because that's a nice, quick killable snake. There's an eye. I'm not even pushing F3 because they're all so uninterestingly placed. Okay. This room was unbearably hot. The grave had subsided into the very mantle of the earth, and all manner of beings were enjoying the heat, apart from the brains, and they were not brightened up by Beethro entering either. Why would the brains in particular dislike heat? Isn't it cold brains dislike? Oh well. Wait, what did that say? Back to the coffin space. Okay, sure. This is Caldera. I didn't think Caldera was around back whenever this was made. I don't know, I guess Caldera sort of dynamically replaces certain styles for some reason. I don't really know what the algorithm is for how style replacements work when you have a style that wasn't around when the hold was originally made. Like, is that something that only applies to it can't be something that only applies to official holds, because this is Caldera style, and Caldera style, as far as I know, didn't exist before, before 5.0 era. Roach Queens, and there are eyes, and yada yada yada. Oh no, an ambush. What do I do? So, like, does it replace all of the... Is there, like, some algorithm for what determines whether something is replaced with Caldera or not? Because it's not like it's always replaced with it. It's just kind of weird. Or is there some particular Architect's Edition only style that gets replaced with Caldera? Is that what's going on? I'd really like to know what the formula is for that. Honking noises. Honking noises? Honking noises. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Honking noises. For all your honking noises needs. For when you actually require a honking noise for some reason. I don't know what's going on here. I guess I need to follow the snake's tail for a while. This is fun, following a snake's tail. Oh, so Caldera was an AE style, I guess. Okay, follow me in here, and then I will drop a trapdoor behind you and never have to deal with you again. In front of you, I should say, behind me. And then I can kill the goblin and the mud babies and there's no mud, the tar babies and the tar mother. And then I can go kill the wraithwing and all the eyes it's with it. Ah, finally killed that snake. Okay, yeah, anyway. That's fine, you can grow that way, I can still kill you. Then, now for the trapdoors. So, is Jaunty Hall supposed to be like Monty Hall, like the Monty Hall problem? Like that weird thing about actual probabilities that results from not realizing 1/3 of the probability is eliminated? I wonder. Well, I don't know. Oh, never mind, I'll go south. What's to the south? Here's some doors. Jaunty Hall in Memoram. Bricklaying by Mikhail Belton. Call 01538272727 now! Yeah, okay. Die, brains. Come on, join me in here, won't you? Yeah, now you can die on the door. There's just not enough rooms where you can just kill a snake by closing the door like that, by putting it in the door. How do I open these? Nothing complicated. So is Jaunty Hall... It looks kind of like the J is Games logo, honestly. Anyone remember J is Games? They still technically exist, but like, they also don't. Alright, well, I'm not doing 1 North. I don't remember why. I remember why. I'm not doing 1 North, so... That's enough of that hold. And... I've finished Cube of Memories. I've gotten that 100% before, so... Looks like next time we'll be doing Curiosity. Unless someone wants me to take a look at Cube of Memories, although I've already beaten it. Okay, so... Today we did a couple entries in Copycat Contest Compilation, and I can feel accomplished that I beat a single room made by Doom. Today we did Count Themes Dungeon, which exists, and the levels get harder as you get deeper. And we did Crazy Cave, which is not crazy and doesn't really even look like a cave. And I refused to do this room. And we did the Crypt of the Ages v1.12 by Michael. I guess I should go try and add to it. Let me just, let's see. The Crypt of the Ages. Yeah, here it is. I know what'll improve this. All we need to do is get to this room, put down about 20 time tokens. Yeah. Oh hey, these actually lead somewhere. Hold on. Where did this lead? Whatever. I'm pretty sure I just cheated the system a little bit. That just leads back to the gates, so that's pretty good security. By the way, I just discovered a bug, or something that might be unintended. If you make an edit that makes it possible for Beethro to appear somewhere, which normally he couldn't appear, oops, like that, like you're not supposed to be able to plunk Beethro down here as a starting place, but if you want in the editor you can do this, and then do that, and then say no, and it still puts Beethro in the room. Anyway, that's enough of that architecture, so... Okay, I think that's enough for today, so thank you for watching. If I'm really doubtful that I will have extra time, but if I have time during the coming week, maybe I'll try to start streaming Threads of Fate because I really love it. Alphabet stream wise, I don't anticipate doing one next week because I'll be away from this computer that I'm streaming from. I'll be back at the other place I moved out from. But the week after that, I imagine I'll be doing this again. Anyway, see you later.